and we are here, Randy. Welcome to today's session where we're going to be talking about the best AI tools at the moment. Please, please, anything we say may change in 2 or 3 months' time, but for the here and now, we're going to be talking about the best AI tools that we have stumbled across at the moment and that are working well. But like I say, it changes a lot of the time. So what is good now may not be the best thing in 3, 6 months, a year's time. So just bear that in mind. But
Yeah, oh, 6 months from now, hopefully. Yeah,
that's
a year. Yeah,
that's the frustrating thing, Randy. With all of this stuff just now is it is just changing so quick. In terms of what's good and what's not. So it's in fact, I'll tell you a funny story. Before I tell the funny story, actually, guys, please check out the news guy. The logo is above and the link is below. He is the sponsor. And yeah, needs a shout out. But anyway, I was today making my slides for Chiang Mai SEO. Well, not today, but my designer's been doing slides for the last couple of weeks. But
I was gonna say you're actually on top of it enough that you're doing your slides well in advance, huh?
do you know, I
That's
am not.
good. I'm proud of you, man. That's good.
I'm not going to be given the exact presentation I want to because they want it so early. But they're being anal, like it needs to be in, it needs to be in, it needs to be in.
Oh, you've got to put
I'm
it
going
in.
to forget. I'm going to forget what's on those fucking slides by the time I present it, maybe. So you're going to have to fucking go with that because the way that I learn uh,
Yeah.
my presentation and I like to tweak things and add things and get it all right in my head. That's why I don't like doing them until the last minute because then it's fresh in my memory. But obviously they're wanting to buck the trend, and you're getting all the excuses of the AV team need it and all that stuff. They don't really. But it will be the last presentation I do. Where they dictate when the slides come in. Any future presentations, I will be saying, I will walk up at the event and I'll hand a USB stick in. I ain't making it weeks in advance. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. So, but
That's
yeah,
good. Well, you're at a point where you can kind of dictate your terms, so that
yeah.
makes it nice.
One thing that super pissed me off is they're like, not just to me, but yeah, guys, you're overdue your presentations, and I'm like, I'm not really overdue anything at all. Like, how the fuck am I overdue? The presentation's not until next Friday. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Um, but yeah, it is what. But I get it from their perspective. They want to be organised. They want to
Oh, sure.
have it, and things go wrong. But just as a speaker, in the way that I learn my presentations and stuff is
Yeah, yeah,
through doing them last minute. That's just my personal preference. So
yeah,
there we go. But yeah,
yeah.
anyway, my point was here. Actually, I went off on a tangent. So I've got a slide there that's talking about my current AI writing process, and my person who does the slides, they're always just trying to do things better, and they stuck on
Mhm,
Koala Writer.
mhm.
They stuck on a picture of Koala Writer, and I'm like, who asked you to put on Koala Writer? And she's like, oh, I just thought it'd be a nice thing. And I'm like no one uses Koala Writer anymore. That was last year. Like,
I
it's
was gonna
fine.
say,
Um,
yeah.
I mean, it's still a tool, of course, but I'm like, nah, like, don't make assumptions because shit changes so quick. So they were trying to do me a good turn, and I'm like, nah, that's not valid anymore. So
Mm.
yeah,
So now you open up you open up the door, and I'm just going to remind folks, if you have comments or questions, throw them up into the chat on whatever platform, and we'll get to them. Definitely. I see Joe's trying to be funny. What AI tools? And he's like, Adobe Illustrator. Yeah, I haven't heard that one for a while either. But you open up the door. I am kind of curious. What is your AI content creation process now?
a custom GPT tied in with
Mm, mm.
Neuron Writers API. So Victoria Olsina
Yeah.
was the original creator of that particular method, and for me, with a few additional tweaks, it's doing some good shit. So, um,
Now, let me ask you, how are you evaluating that? Meaning that you put the article up on your site, it gets indexed, and it actually ranks?
yeah,
Like, meaning it gets some good results from it from that
yeah,
standpoint? And that's what you're saying, like, "Yeah, this is good shit."
yeah. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Randy, you can say what is good shit all you want, but if that shit doesn't get crawled and indexed and ranks, I mean, it's not good shit. It's so it's got to do that for it to be a valid tool. And like I've done a lot of different tools and tested a lot of different stuff. Koala Writer was one of my favorites for
Mhm.
a considerable period of time, but it no longer. And I'm pretty sure you were also on Koala Writer, if I'm correct in saying that. I can't remember if it was you specifically, but quite a lot of people were, and it just wasn't sticking around after a while. It wasn't getting indexed. It just wasn't as good. And um, like I say, you've got to change things up, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is the way it goes. But like there's Joe sticking in
Yeah,
Perplexity, Claude, and Surfer when needed. Um, it's a kind of it's a similar approach, isn't it? You're still using
right,
AI
right,
rather than using Surfer. I'm using Neuron Writer, which does a similar thing. So
right, right.
um, we're all trying to get to the same point, but using slightly different things or different prompts or different tools or different APIs. So, but I was really super impressed by uh, Victoria. I think she's a smart person, and someone else. It was Palmer that actually said to me, like, "Fuck all these tools, man. Like, just start making your own shit." Like, who's to say? Not Joe or Loud Egg there.
Right, right,
I'm just using him as an example. But who's to say his fucking writing tool is the best tool? Who said his prompts are the best prompts?
right,
You're
right.
just hoping. Whereas, obviously, with the tools or whether you're using Claude or whatever it's going to be, start to create your own shit and not
Mm,
force down the rabbit hole of having the same crap that everyone else has got. Because I'm under no illusions. Like, Koala Writer and everything, which was super amazing at the time, probably isn't as effective anymore because every fucking motherfucker's got it, and it's been abused, and the pattern starts to form and everything else. So
yeah.
is that part of the problem? I don't know, but yeah. So that's my current way of working, and Joe says there as well, prompts are key. You don't control the prompts in a lot of the tools. You do if you make a custom GPT, and obviously tie that in with something else or whatever it may be.
Right,
So
right.
my choice is Neuron Writer at the moment, and yeah, I like it a lot, man. So and it's sticking.
That
That's the
is funny. Well, I still use, you're probably gonna say, like, "Randy," I still use, Koala Writer. I don't. I have my, person on our team that's doing content, but she heavily edits it.
Mhm.
So that she is a writer, and when we hired her, that was her original. I'm like, well, use this tool to help you lay some foundation, and then go ahead and start, kind of heavily modify and edit, and that's what we're using right now. But I was just looking at Koala here, and my subscription is set to renew on the 15th, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop. Um, and then I am gonna go toward essentially kind of crafting our own kind of custom GPT then, and kind of start, utilizing that with her to drive content.
You can get take Victoria sells hers and take hers and then modify it. Like she said something to me and it really twigged something in my brain. She said, Craig, I've done the fucking 200 hours prompts, testing, blowing shit up. You can take this and just fucking modify it. Like, I've done all the bitch work essentially, and I'm like, you're fucking right. I'm not fucking going to go and try and tell
Yeah.
people down the
Right.
pub I done 200 hours of fucking shitbag testing. Like, fuck that, Victoria. You've already done it. Give me the fucking, give me the thing, and I'll modify it. So, you know, it's and obviously I've known Victoria for a number of years, and I trust what she does as well. But obviously, she came in, showed us all, how it works and her theory behind it and everything. I'm like, nah, to hell with that. I'm having some of this. So, taking advantage of Victoria's hard work, shall we say? And like I say, I would never claim it as my own. That's why I'm always, trying. I'm happy to shout out and say, do you know what? She was a big part of that too. And Jesus Christ. Actually, God, I thought that was on the fucking chat there. I like, oh man. Anyway, fucking hell. Um, Randy still uses Jarvis. You're a bad man, Randy.
Oh man.
But
Quillbot. I haven't seen or anybody even talk about Quillbot forever.
oh, dude, Quillbot's still a fucking great tool, man. Uh,
Yeah. You still get into it? You still tap it every once in a while?
See, before the custom GPT, I did use like Chat GPT and prompts and everything else, but I still used to run my shit through Quillbot as well at the end, just so that it's paraphrased. Dude, I think Quillbot's a magnificent tool. Like, I don't want to use it. Like, I'd rather have a custom GPT that's tied in and has the right prompts and it does it all for me. But dude, I've used Quillbot up until recently, like very recently, and I still think it's an important thing, mate. Like, just to paraphrase shit and humanize stuff and just get away from the crap that's out there. So it's still
Yeah.
there. It's still a great tool. Joe's talking about it like we're using some extinct fucking tool. Like, Quillbot's still solid, man.
I tell you, I haven't looked at it even for such a long time. I don't even know if my subscription to it is still rolling, to be honest. But
So yeah, Quillbot's there, but um, yeah, I like how Joe's saying Randy is so old he uses the Quillbot. I dig at your age
even
and everything. Joe's going in for the kill here. Like, have you you
just killing me.
gave him the shout, Joe? Come along to this live stream today. It's probably really good, because Joe loves all the tools and all the automation, and he's fucking having digs at you, Randy.
I
So
know he's just like digging on me,
yeah,
dude.
I like it,
Hey,
Joe. I've always liked Joe. He's having the dig on you, so that's always
oh
a good
man,
thing.
that's all good. All right, let me ask you this: how so it can be a new segment. I'm so old. I'm fresh again. Yeah, that's good. Um, Here's a real basic question for you. Do you have a a favorite LLM? Like, if you're like, you know what, I need something, I go to something or whatever, this is the one you just like naturally go to.
ChatGPT
Yeah.
is the one that I go to. It's just because it was like I don't know if it officially was the first one out, but it kind of was the main one, when it came out. And again, just being a creature of habit, I always just go to that, and obviously you've got, you know, a number of other ones that are out there. And dude, I pay for Claude and various other ones, but I always just by default naturally go for ChatGPT. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah. I tend to go if I'm just like want a quick answer or something like that, I'll generally do the quick thing, like, what convert Fahrenheit to Celsius and something, right? I don't even go to Google anymore. I don't even go play around with that anymore like that. But yeah, I do the ChatGPT for that stuff. But if I really want to dig into something, or am doing like an ongoing conversation or kind of research or something like that, I generally always use Perplexity for that standpoint. And then, as Joe is saying, I think Claude by far does the best content creation.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, people will always have their opinions, but like I say, I naturally just gravitate towards ChatGPT. Obviously, I'm not disputing, if people think Claude's better
Yeah,
for this or
yeah.
that, but like, I don't know why that is, but yeah, I just gravitate towards ChatGPT. I've got
Mm,
Perplexity as well. Like the big thing I used to like about Perplexity was when they used to, or they still do, but you know, put the sources and stuff like that in there before anyone else
yeah.
did.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
Perplexity was good from that perspective. So, but yeah, I don't really use Perplexity that much, if I'm being honest.
Mm,
But there's Jerry White here. I've
yeah,
Perplexity
yeah,
Pro, but barely use it. It's
yeah.
amazing the fucking SEO guys who've got shit that they never use, right? They just pay for shit that never gets used.
Oh,
Which
man,
is
I've been very disciplined though about that over the last year or so. Like I threw up this topic to you, and then I'm like, "Jeez, I have not actually dug into any kind of a new tool for a long time, even." So I'm like, wow, I had to struggle with that." But yeah, I see Jerry's talking about Comet, which is Perplexity's kind of browser tool, and I've used that a few times. It's all right. I love Perplexity, but I'm a little hesitant about using one of those as like the whole browser tool, like ongoing. I don't know why, but
fuck that. Man, that's
makes
a
me nervous about it.
yeah.
But I don't know.
Nah, I'm not a huge fan of that. Paranoia. Um,
I know, right?
kicks
I get
in.
a little like I don't know. I don't want that. I don't want them to have a full history of everything that I'm searching for.
Yeah. And all your clients and all that shit as well. Like,
Yeah,
ah,
yeah,
man, fuck that. Nah, no way. No way.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
maybe in the future, if someone can convince me that it's a safe thing to do so, but
yeah,
for the here and now, still too early, man. I
yeah.
cards
I
up.
agree.
Um,
I agree. I agree. All right. So we hit on that. AI tools. You got anything new you've been playing with?
um, new. Um, let me see. Let me see. Um, I'm currently um messing around with something called pickzels.com. PIKZELS .com, and that is an AI tool for making thumbnails and stuff like that.
Huh.
The story behind that one is Chris Palmer recommended it to me like 3-4 months ago, and I bought it, and I'm like, this is dog shit. Like, it's just not good. And then a couple of weeks ago, he's like, are you using Pixels? And I'm like, nah, like I checked it out and I wasn't super impressed. So it's kind of in the bin. And he's like, oh, dude, you want to see it now? And it is, it's got a lot better. So yeah, I think that's pretty neat. Um, my thing is like, see people who use HeyGen and all of this kind of stuff. I play around with them and stuff like that, but I'm also
Mhm.
very skeptical. And I think you said it. I don't know if you said it in last week's session or said it in the mastermind or whatever. Um, I am not wanting to do everything AI. I don't want to replace
Right,
myself with AI, in terms of video
right, right,
production and everything, because I think there is going to be a need for authentic content and stuff like that. And I don't, I could shit out 5 videos a day using AI if I
right,
wanted to,
right.
and do HeyGen and all that stuff. I just think it's a bit much. So I'm kind of on the fence with a lot of those kind of tools. Like I say, I like creating content. I'm currently playing with Pressmaster.ai. Is it .ai or .com? I can't remember, but Pressmaster, where you can make your twin, and all of the stuff which we spoke about in the mastermind. It's not perfect, and Joe, there, Loud Egg in the chat was like, I don't know if it was him that started it, but I bought this about 3-4 months ago, never used it, and then recently kept hearing people talking about it. So I was starting to feed it, and obviously you can make your twin on there. And what I was doing was feeding interviews, videos, the whole lot. And then Joe's like, Craig, it's not perfect yet, because it's picking up the person who's also interviewing you and using that information like you said it. Or if I do an interview with, I don't know, a SaaS tool, it then assumes I'm the SaaS tool owner and shit like that. So it wasn't great. You need to be careful, and you need to, add these things to the prompt. So I'm currently, on the fence again with that one, where I'm like, it's probably too early to build that twin. But I think they will fix it. They will get better at it, and I like the concept of it. So, Pressmaster is another one that I really like the look of overall. And
Did you just kind of build your own along those lines of that, like with just kind of creating your own persona agent? Just like I kind of have done this on ChatGPT. I've created various kind of customized agents, and one of which is essentially the news guy agent that I've just created. And I've just like dumped as many documents and such as I can to kind of feed it to create my brand voice and perspective on various kinds of things.
Well, here's the thing, right? You can absolutely do that. You can create a custom GPT or whatever to do that as well. We're having to work in with the constraints of Pressmaster, and if there's certain things that we don't agree with, or we don't like, or we don't want it to do, we're in their hands. We don't have that control.
Right.
So, again, going back to Victoria's got a number of custom GPTs. So if Victoria's negotiating with people or in a bad mood or wanting to be very direct, because she's not an aggressive person, but very
Back to Victoria.
I can't remember what she called it, but she's got like bad Victoria, like the one that will fucking argue and put a direct point across. So she's basically got these chat GPTs, that custom GPTs that have different versions of Victoria, if that makes sense. And obviously, again, you're feeding it all the information, all the interviews, all the stuff, and so you're a fucker, Randy. Sending me fucking other messages on here trying to throw me off the scent, but yeah, it's one of those ones where do you wait on the tool developing or do you just go and create your own stuff? And Chris Palmer said to me a couple of weeks ago, he's like, Craig, I'm going to start making my own fucking stuff up, using Claude and all that stuff.
I think,
And yeah, it's not for sale, as long as this shit does the job that you wanted. I don't care what tone your AI tool works out. I need to concern myself with my brand voice and whatever. And I think, just going down that route might be a better solution for you.
Yeah. I think that that is the absolute right path. But and I know that I am coming late to this game of what I'm going to talk about because so many other people that I know have been doing this for a while. But this concept of kind of building your own solution, utilizing AI, the assistance of various AI platforms, and then kind of building out your own app or platform of some sort to do something that you're wanting to have done is so easy right now. I had Brian Wyndham on my show last week and we were talking about something and he was like, oh, I use this and then I kind of build this thing out. I'm like, wow, really? Started making me think. And then the next day I'm like, I'm going to try this. And then boom, I just like created and I built out uh, in less than an afternoon. I mean, it probably took me like 2 hours or something like that. I built out a whole like multi WP multi-site network, having it dump in a bunch of information automatically every time we do a couple of other things with it, like dropping stuff into a Google folder or something, and then it like boom, had it go out and reformat and build out a page and put this shit into it. I'm like, God, that is so easy to do. And it was like, it's just so easy depending upon, you think about, I'd like to do this. If you can have the concept, you can go build out a tool so quickly and so easily.
But do you know what you should probably do? What would be good advice, Randy? Go away for a week and just fucking sort your shit out and feed it and create your own fucking shit. Like just the bare basics of how you respond, create a couple of
Yeah,
custom GPTs for
yeah,
negotiation, whatever it may be, and just do it. Like people do it half-assed, but I think, and I'm the same. Time's not something I've got a lot of, and I sometimes think, even when I'm traveling to Chiang Mai and stuff, I've got 20 hours to burn on a flight going there. Can I sit and utilize that time honing or feeding a custom GPT more about me? Absolutely.
hmm
And I'm going to
hmm
try and utilize that time that I've got out there. And obviously, I'll also suffer very badly from jet lag, so I'll be up at random times in the night. And my plan is to double down and make more custom GPTs, even if it's just uh, funny Craig, aggressive Craig, whatever Craig, just a few different things, a few different custom GPTs, so that you can't feed one and expect it to get
Right, right,
every time. So I think what Victoria done with the kind of bad Victoria is
right.
she's not used her jokes or any of her comedy shit or anything like that in there. That this
Yeah,
is serious Victoria, and I think that's a smart move. You don't want to be the one guy fits all type of thing with a custom GPT. So
mm.
you kind of angry Randy, nice Randy, bad Randy, Randy. Um, yeah. So
Yeah. I know. I just think, creating little mini tools or micro tools that can help within your processes of your agency or what it is that you're doing is just so easy to create right now. And like you could go on like to into Claude as an example and say, hey, I want to do this, blah, 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 blah. And it'll just spit out, here's a solution and a way that we can kind of build this out. And do you want to get started? Yeah, let's do it. But like utilizing like GitHub and Netlify, to be able to host and create all of this stuff with you, or yeah, it is just so easy. So I think Palmer's on the right path of like just go kind of create your own tool to go, do some of this stuff that you're looking to want to achieve, I think.
well, that's the other thing, Randy. Like people go out there and they create tools themselves, and obviously they'll sell them on, I know, AppSumo or whatever it may be.
Yeah, yeah,
But they'll then maybe fall out of love with it, or it doesn't get supported enough, and you're kind of stuck with a tool that does a very specific thing, and it kind of fucks your whole business or your whole process if it's not
yeah.
functioning properly. So I don't really like that. I think, again, just for continuity of your business and everything, you don't really want to be trusting some geezer who rolled out something for a joke or a cash grab or whatever it may
Right,
be.
right.
And you're like, fuck, this is a really integral part of my business now, this little function. And then the guy fucking disappears and doesn't update the bastard, and
Yeah, yeah,
screwed. So I think
yeah. But if you create it yourself, then you control it and you can, add to it, refine it, right? Yeah.
so no, I think I'm going to be spending a lot more time doing that for sure, because I'm
Mm.
tired of waiting in perfect thing dropping. Because like I said at the start of the session, tools change, and then you're like, "Oh, you fucker! This is the best one now," and then a month later, "Oh no, it's this one," and you're like, "For fuck's sake!"
Yes, I
Um,
know, right? Yes.
so that's the frustrating part with a lot of these tools because I although I don't believe in it, like I've got HeyGen and all that stuff, like just for fun. I've even got One. Uh, that's a Joe recommendation. One's the one where you can feed it a picture, so we can make you kiss Joe. For
Oh, yeah,
example,
yeah.
some of these tools are fucking dangerous, man. But
Well, they're just funny, right? Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun with One. So again, you're asking, for tools. One is one for humor and fun, just for my
Are
mates.
you saying Juan? Like, how do you spell it?
WAN. One.
Juan.
Yeah.
WAN. Like
W-A-
AI.ai or .com or what?
.ai. Oh, wait a minute. It's not. Wait a second. One. Uh,
See, I can't even understand what you're saying, and you don't even know what the hell you're saying.
One.video.
Juan.video. All right. I'm gonna go check that one out. I haven't played with it either.
Jerry,
Juan.
I
Yes.
had a pound for every time I've had
Thank you, Joe. Yes, Juan.
one. Yeah. But yeah, it's on Higgsfield, Free Pick, etc. So
Higgsfield. What the hell is that?
I don't know, one of fucking Joe's fetishes probably.
I
Uh,
know Joe is like on it is like AppSumo would be like the mainline, kind of thing. And then Joe is off in all of those other bad neighborhoods of other like crazy tool networks. Yeah.
bad neighborhoods.
Oh yeah, Joe's in the bad neighborhoods.
Goes
He's
fucking bad, man. He blames you as well. Uh, I must have said something to Joe years ago, like you're a fucking AppSumo addict or words to that effect. And he's always trying to push that on at you now. He's like,
I
fucking,
know he is. Yeah.
Randy's the fucking AppSumo guy. And I'm like, Joe, it was you every fucking day. And you could see everyone like, here's another
Yeah.
one. We have to buy it just because we're addicts. And
Yeah.
Joe, you've cost a lot of people a lot of money, man. You are
Yeah.
a fucking addict. And
I've even weaned myself so much off of AppSumo. I'm not even the super sumo or whatever that the subscription was that you paid like $100 a year and you got something. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, I haven't bought anything on Sumo for a while.
I'll tell you something else, Joe. You might not be aware of this, but I picked up on this. We were at the event in Austin, Texas, and Joe came up to me outside that place everyone was staying, and he's like, "Craig, I've just been to see AppSumo's office." He went along to fucking look at there because I think they're based in Austin, but I think it was a dude's house. Like, I don't think it was a real office. But I always remember him going, Craig, I went a walk along to see their office, and I'm like, you are a fucking real addict, man. He's going along as well as buying all their fucking stuff. He went along to see what the office looked like, and that's a god truth, man. But apparently it was a fucking dude's house. Like, it wasn't a real office. Like, it was just the guy's house, which was surprising. But hey, they might not even have an office. What the hell do they need an office for?
I was gonna say, what do they need an office for?
So,
Yeah.
and I seem as if I'm shit talking. Amazon was a very, very good marketplace. Like, it's just that Joe, it's Joe's trying to say it was next door. I'm not sure it was that close, Joe. It may have been, but yeah, Joe went along to see it anyway. That's for sure. The office was next door to our place. No, Joe went along to their place. That's my version of the event anyway. But I think I had COVID at that time, actually. I think I was there fucking half dead with COVID or
Oh
just
my gosh, you were in a period of time where it seemed like every
always
3
had COVID.
months you had COVID.
Absolutely. It was insane.
Yeah,
Um, and I used to blame the flying. I didn't realise it was the diabetes that I
y
probably had
yes,
underlying that was
yeah.
causing it all. But yeah, I just used to blame you American fuckers. Um, every time I go to America, I come back with COVID. The fucking
I know
dirty pigs.
I know we're filthy animals here.
Yeah, but nah. So yeah, no, AppSumo I think is a great marketplace, but I think there's obviously a lot of noise on there as well, and not everything's perfect.
Hmm.
But they've obviously done an amazing job at branding themselves, so fair play.
Well,
Um,
there's some tools I've gotten off of there that I still use, and that have been great, and other tools I'm like, "Ugh," that is pure dog shit,
the
and you get out of it as quick as I can. Yeah.
Neuron Writer was on there back in the day,
Back
and
in the day, Neuron Writer, I got that. VBout, which is kind of like a Go high level kind of competitor. Now they're much more. They were on there. I still use that heavily. Yeah, I think Phrase was on there initially.
yeah,
I picked that up at the time when that was the mainstay kind of AI tool. Yeah, a number of different tools.
yeah. No, they've had some classics on there. I'm also pretty sure Koala Writer and stuff was on there. I might be wrong, but I'm almost certain it
Oh,
was.
I'm probably. I
Uh,
mean, if you remember, like what was it in 21 or 22, in that time frame. I mean, it would seem like every other week a new AI content writing tool was coming out. I think I probably had like 15 different subscriptions to different ones that I picked up and bought off of AppSumo. It was crazy.
yeah, that was. And they're still. I've just logged. Well, not logged in, but just had a look there. There's still AI videos and everything on there as well. So yeah,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
still going strong with all that stuff. But yeah, it's I try and steer clear of having that shiny object syndrome unless I know someone and trust someone who says this is the one. Then I don't mind jumping in and trying something out. But
yeah. I agree. That's the thing when somebody says like, "Oh, this is very interesting tool," and I'll generally go kind of pull it up, go check it out, and decide whether I want to kind of play around with it or not. Like, you guys were talking about that Pressmaster, last week. I'm like, oh, I picked it up. I went to go check it out. I don't want to do that shit. That seems like a lot of work.
you know, you know what's scary in this industry though? The amount of people who've said, "Yeah, yeah, this is a great tool," and you're like, "Have you used it?" And they're like, "Nah," and you're like, "Well, what do you mean it's a good tool then?" "Oh no, no, so and so said it was a fucking rock solid." You're like,
Yeah, yeah,
is that how we're gauging a good tool? Because fucking Joe says, and he's probably not even tried it either.
I know.
So that's the problem with
Yes.
a lot of people saying stuff.
Yes, yes. I
But
know it, I know it.
if you're using it and testing it, and you can show me some good shit, then I'm listening. I'm always
Yeah.
up for something.
But this is the kind of the cool thing that I love. I think that Joe could really flex this even more is his what the hell? He changed the name of it. Joe, what's the name of your Facebook group now? Um I don't know, whatever the hell it is, where he's like doing all of the reviews. It's not it isn't Loud Egg. He's got it now as something else. But that's a great. I think I always thought, well, especially during as Joe would say as well, yeah, during the COVID years when people are buying tools left and right because like, what the hell, what's going on, and the real onset of AI. But going on and kind of reviewing and digging into tools, I always thought was kind of a good angle of
Yeah,
doing stuff. And if you get those guys, the founders, online on a show like Joe does a lot with folks. It gives you a chance to, kind of do some stuff and as well, probably like do some affiliate shit. So there it is. Loud Egg Tech SaaS Marketing and Memes.
Jesus
That's a
fuck, that's a lot to remember. Fucking
Joe,
hell.
you got to change that. Trim that baby down.
Can I just call it fucking Loud Egg Tools? Fuck's sakes, man.
Right.
Fucking, that is too much, mate. Fucking unbelievable. But
Joe, I'm going to create a tool of naming businesses, and then sell it to you. It'll just be,
uh,
drop it in and like make it short. Loud Egg Tools.
but I think that obviously Joe likes all of that anyway. He's obviously a guy who
Yeah.
likes a tool, and I think if you can make it a business and you can become a trusted source and interview the the tool makers and all that stuff, I think it's a good solid business to have, as long as you can make sure that you become the guy that's not just fucking promoting shite.
Right.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing with anything like that. Like, we need only the good stuff, man. Like, cut the fucking garbage out. You can't just let a guy on because he's sponsoring you, or fucking he's your mate's mate. Like, if your tool's shit, it's shit, and it's not going on. That's kind of the stance I think you have to make, because there's just too much noise out there for. And Joe joked, there's 300 fucking tools been made since we just started this live stream. So I think we need to be careful what we promote as well.
Yeah. I had somebody, here's one of the things, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm curious in what Joe thinks about this actually as well, is the tools that are out or that I've seen lately don't really seem to be, I don't, all that innovative, all that cutting edge. They seem to be like, oh, we're going to add this into our tool. I'm like, somebody else is already doing that. It's the same thing that I've seen like 5 or 6 other tools do already. Like, there's a tool that I use, and they're like, "Oh, hey, Randy, we'd like to schedule something. We want to show you a demo of this. We're really expanding this thing." And I'm like, jumped on with them. I'm like, I was being nice. I'm like, "Oh, that looks great, blah, blah, blah." And I got off and I'm like, why the hell would you do that? That is like the same thing as what 5 other tools that I picked up off of AppSumo in some lifetime deal that they already did and they were doing like 2 years ago. I was like, Jesus, come
Yeah.
on.
No, I think that's the thing, that there seems to be a lot of competition for the same stuff, and I don't think that's great for anyone. I think if you can kind of offer something of value that no one else is doing, then you're on a winning streak at that point. But there is, like you say, so many things that do the same thing. You're just like, why would I take this one?
Well, like how many different AI video generating tools are out there right now? It is like maddening.
Dude, I even get spammed a lot with guys who are making these tools as well. Like, check this, check that, check that. And I'm like,
Yes.
I already see the AppSumo stuff. I already see the Joe Marichiches of the world, talking about things. And I'm already fucking around with other stuff as well. One, Hey Jen, whatever. So there's only so much time in a day that I can spend on these things. And that's it's just hard, man. It's just really hard. And I even going to Chiang Mai, I'm in they've got an app called Whoever or Hova or whatever the hell it's called. It's not just for Chiang Mai specifically, it's for conferences do it. And the amount of guys that are fucking DMing me, and I don't even know if they're going to the conference or they just see the people that are registered to go to Chiang Mai, and they're all pitching fucking AI tools as well. Hey, Craig, do you mind if can I talk to you about this? And I'm like, no, like I can't. Like, your tool may be great, but I can't spend time fucking digging round and hoping for the
Yeah,
best. It's just not good use of my time. So
yeah, yeah.
it's not fun.
I can't even imagine how often you get pitched.
Oh, dude, 100 times a day, easy. Like they come from all like Instagram, Facebook, this, that, and the next thing.
Yeah.
I don't really reply to people on Facebook anymore because 98% of it's a pitch.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just it's exhausting. It really is exhausting, man. Not good.
People drive me crazy sometimes is that they'll ask me a question, and when I think it's a real question, right? Like, hey, Randy, how much are your PRs? I'm interested in your PR service. What are your rates? I'm like, oh, here's a legitimate question, right? I respond to them, and they're like, okay, hey, that's great. Let me tell you about this though. I'm like, good God.
Do you know what?
That
The fucking LinkedIn is the worst. LinkedIn is the worst of all the platforms, man. It's really bad. Well, for
yeah,
me anyway. It's always they come in with that angle. Hi, Craig. Followed you for years. Love your videos. Whatever. And then there's a pitch, and you're
yeah,
like, fucking hell. So yeah, that must be frustrating. When they're pretending to like your
yeah.
service.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, or when it seems like they're asking a legitimate question and then you respond and then they like, all right, great. I got your attention now. I'm going to start pitching crazy. I saw Joe was throwing out, I'm using an oldie Pictory. I've had Pictory forever. We still use it. Same thing, Joe. We still use that thing. They add a little bit of AI shit in there as well, but
yeah. But Joe's saying, I knew I was in trouble when Craig was getting chased if he knew me. That's a true story, actually. I was in India and
what is this? I don't even understand that. I knew I was in trouble when Craig was getting chased if he knew me.
there's a
I don't know
guy
what.
a guy came up to me in India and he's like, "Hi Craig, how you doing? Do you know Joe?" And I'm like, "Nah, don't know any Joes. Fucking don't know what you're talking about." The guy's like, "No,
Oh,
you do." And I'm like, "No, dude, I don't." And he's like, "Joe Maricic." And I'm like, "How the fuck do you know Joe?" And obviously he's a nice guy, actually, the Indian guy, but Joe's name was the last thing I was expecting to hear in India. Like, why would they know Joe? It's the guy's like, Joe? And I'm like, nah, I don't know any Joes. Like, see you later. Like,
uh,
Joe Maricic. I'm like, what?
that's kind of funny. Like you're right, out of the blue, like and completely out of context, right? You wouldn't think if you're over
Right.
there in India and all of a sudden someone like, yeah, remember Joe?
Do you know the worst thing is, Randy, to add onto this? It was a guy um, who owns a marketplace similar to AppSumo. I'm not joking. Or he works there. So that's the
Of
good one.
course, of course.
Like, right. That's how you know Joe.
Yeah,
So
yes, of course it had to be.
But the guy I
Oh,
met, he's actually a nice guy, and yeah, I still speak to him now and again to this day. Lovely guy, but yeah, Joe's name was the last one I was expecting in fucking India, man. Like, just was not expecting it. So I was like, yeah, I don't know any Joes. Like, see you later.
yeah.
Leave me alone. And
Joe, the real tool man.
yeah, so Joe's getting around, even in the Indian circles. So but like I say, the full truth is it was a guy who had a very similar setup to AppSumo. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Let me ask you this, back to the to a real tool conversation. So last week in our group, we were talking about um, if there were any reliable tools for monitoring LLM citations or mentions,
yeah.
right? Did we ever land on anything in particular that seemed to be like, yeah, this was pretty effective or accurate or
I mean, like I showed, I'm testing one just now called prompti.com. The fella who made that was sick and tired of other tool providers charging 100 quid extra just for the ability to do that. So he
Mm.
decided that he would go away and make something that does check the LLMs, and that's it. So that's all it fucking does.
Yeah.
And it works well for now. So I'm quite impressed by it, and it's certainly not £100 extra a month to use it. And I think for something, we spoke about it last week again in the mastermind. Not all clients or not all people are overly concerned about LLMs just now. They don't even know what an LLM
Yeah.
is for the most part, but I think it's going to get more and more popular where you are going to have to track that shit and you're going to have to come up with some data. And also, the other argument on top of that as well is, should you be offering these things as part of your SEO service to help the clients get found in the LLMs and stuff?
Right.
Should that be part of SEO now? Or are you adding that on as a geo or AEO or whatever the fuck it's getting called now?
Right.
So, but so that tool there is one I'm currently playing with for that. But like I say, I've only recently been trying it out, so I don't want to have people chapping. Going, oh, Craig, you fucking gave me this, and it doesn't work, bro. Whatever, it's still been tweaked, and it's just went live. So it's
Yeah, there's a tool. Boy, I cannot. It came up, and I know I've used it, and I actually kind of have a limited version of it now. I can't remember what the hell the name of it is. That does this highlighted. Maybe that's what it is. I have to go see if that's. Is that highlighted? Is that what it is?
they all need work.
Oh yeah. Highlighted.ai. Yep, that's the one that I've tested. I've kind of have used, and yeah. But the only problem, even with that though, like with the highlighted, is that you've got to load in like the various prompts, and maybe that's okay. But ideally, you'd kind of like to know, hey, what broadly, what are clients, what are you kind of showing up for? Like if you dumped your domain or URL to your website into Ahrefs and like, okay, what keywords is it ranking for? It's just going to give you everything, whether you've been trying to rank for it or not, right?
Yeah.
Which is good. That's what I would like. Okay, from an LLM standpoint, essentially that same kind of thing. And
So it's not doing that. So the one
yeah, no, I know.
with is you need to put in what you think you should be found for. Like, I don't know, is
Yeah,
Craig Campbell the best SEO consultant or whatever, or best SEO consultant,
right.
whatever it may be. So, it's. I mean, I guess you can't just expect it to fucking scrape and check all of that stuff. They don't have the data sets and stuff to work with, the same as maybe an Ahrefs or a SEMrush or whatever have. So,
Mhm.
yeah, maybe we're asking for too much.
Yeah, I don't know. I know. So Joe has mentioned like Ahrefs, you can, uh, and then Mango tools as well. I kind of switched over. I'm using SERPstat, and they just added that in like automatically as well. So
Can I
without an extra cost to it.
can I just say it's Mangools, not Mango Tools.
Mangools.
Yeah.
Well, you can say that. I'll still call it Mangle tools. Mangools. All right.
Mangools has got that, genuinely is the name. You're calling fucking Mango Tools. Dude, I have done shit like that. I've literally rebranded several brands by calling them the wrong fucking name.
That's good. Rebranded them for him.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was Otis. Otis.
Otis. Oh my God. You had me going. I didn't even want to call it. I even had those guys on my show one time. I'm calling it Otis, ODYS. And finally, I think the one guy's like, yeah, it's ODYS. All right. Like, get your act together, would you? Like,
Alex said to me,
Craig.
dude, I met Alex maybe 3 or 4 years after, like, he was my sponsor at the time. And we had this conversation, and he's like, "Dude, everyone calls it Otis now because of you." Fucking, he said it was great, everything was good. He said, "But it's actually ODYS." I went, "Why did you never fucking say anything? Like, why did you not message me, tell me something, like, say something?" He's like, ah, it's all right, it's all good." So, yeah,
I'm not kidding you. That is exactly right. I'm calling it Otis, Otis this, Otis that. And Alex is like, hey, it's ODYS. Craig, what?
like
Jeez.
3, 4 years down the line, you decide to start telling us we're wrong. Fucking hell.
Oh,
Um, but
oh,
fuck it,
God.
but that's the same as Mango Tools. I'm probably sure that some poor bastard, that they might even need to buy mangotools.com
I
just,
think so.
just in case.
Oh, man.
But I have trouble with Randy's last name, but I blame Craig. So how do you pronounce that? I've always said Randy Roday.
Well, the problem is you've got that Glasgowian accent, and so you kind of like put this "a" at the end of it. It's just Rody, Rody,
No,
Rody,
fuck that. Roday. I'm not changing. Fuck
Rode,
Randy
Randy
Roday.
Rode.
Listen, I'm sure there's other people that are saying Rahodi and fucking all sorts of weird shit.
Oh, I get a lot of weird.
Joe,
Yes,
Joe must get it as well with his surname, fucking Marichich, man. Like, that's a hard one to roll off the tongue as well.
yeah. Well, and plus his as well doesn't look like like your name. You look at it and you're like, okay, that's Campbell, right? You look at Joe's name, and I'm like, what the hell is that name? What right? And I'm like, well, how is that ending? How do you like throw? And you say it Marichik, Marichik. How do you say it?
I'm just fucking saying Marichich. I don't know what these fucking names.
Marichik.
It looks like that to me.
Yeah, right.
It looks
Yeah.
like that to me, dude. I don't know. Someone told me that's what it was, and I'm sticking with it. But I'll tell you another funny one. Um, Graham Grieve.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, to me, it looks like Greavy. It's because it's got an
Right.
E
Yeah.
at the end of it. Now, again, for about a year, I kept saying to everyone, "Yeah, fucking Graham Greavy's here. Graham Greavy this, Graham Greavy that," talking about him. And one day he sat and he went, and he was really fucking pissed off. He went, "My name's not fucking Greavy, it's Grieve." And, so, um, and ever since that outburst, he's fucking
Oh.
been called Greavy ever since, man. Like, everyone calls him it. So but dude, he used to sit and say to people, "By the way, my name's not Graham Greavy, it's Graham Grieve." But he ended up giving up in the end because once I found out that it annoyed him, it made it worse, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
um,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Uh,
it was funny. But
you're the trendsetter. You are the one. It's like you are the authority on brands and or names.
yeah, I know. I just did it's the Glaswegian in me. Just it fucking, if it looks like something, I'm going with it, and I ain't changing. Once something sticks, that's it. Even if it's not your name,
Yeah.
called it. So, but Maricic is he's saying I'm saying that really well, sells it really well. It is Croatian, but I don't even know if that really is what his name is. It looks like Maricic to me.
Chich.
Ma-
Chich.
Maricic. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But what did you say yours was again? Randy Road. Road.
Rody.
Nah.
Rody.
Road is better. Um,
Well, I would rather have Rode than road.
yeah.
Just a road drives me nuts. That one
Yeah.
drives me nuts. Yeah,
So
Rode. I'll
Randy
take Rode.
Road. Oh man. Once once everyone's retired and writing books and all that stuff, man, I'm gonna be getting cussed out on a few people's books going, "This bastard." Uh, it's all an old fucking name.
Yeah, there we go. That's what Joe. That fits Joe.
Mimicic. Joe
Mimichich.
Mimicic.
There we go. That's it. That's easy. Mimichich.
But yeah. But anything else on the AI front, Randy? Anything you're using? Anything that we've not?
Not really. I have to tell you, I've been tinkering around with my own stuff, and then just really kind of listening to what anybody else is using, if of interest or not. I take a look at it, but I've not gotten really excited about a new tool for a long time. That sounds a little sexual.
But it's coming up to Black Friday. Maybe you should start looking and grab yourself a deal uh, with these
Yeah.
things. When is Black Friday again? Like end of November?
Yeah, it's that Friday after Thanksgiving. So what the hell? And it's Thanksgiving is late this year, so it's November 28th is the actual Black Friday.
Oh man.
Yeah. Are you gonna do your Craig Campbell Black Friday deals page like you've done in the past?
Yeah, I'll probably do it. Victoria was asking me if I'm going to do it. Like, I'll put some friends and stuff on it
Mm,
who've got stuff. I'm not actively going to be adding like 50 people that I don't know just for the sheer hell of it. And I've done that over the years, and then you don't hear from the punter again. So I'm not going to just promote someone's stuff randomly. If one of my friends, colleagues, acquaintances, whatever you want to call it, have a deal, I'll happily promote it. But that's it. I'm going to try and keep it more compact, and
yeah,
maybe have 5 or 10 like really good things that I actually believe in.
yeah, yeah.
Whereas before, people are just, Craig, I've got this going, and fucking you're adding it, and you're like, man, I've not even checked this shit, man. So, uh,
Yeah.
and it's more hassle than it's worth, man, because you know, if someone doesn't agree with the tool or doesn't like it, whatever, you somehow get it in the fucking neck. And all I've
Oh,
done is tried to help people promote their fucking gig, and somehow I'm getting in the fucking neck for it. So, yeah, trying to distance myself to some degree, but nah, I'm still gonna run it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, good.
I remember,
I
I
don't know.
remember Uncle Dave a few years ago. I must have put in the group chat. If anyone's got anything, ping me a message. I'll put your deal up or whatever.
Yeah.
Dave's like, I fancy selling something. What do you think I could sell? And I'm like, hang on a minute, fucking Dave. It's not a fucking free for all where you can sell an old fucking made up fucking gig. Like, there has to be some degree of fucking
Uncle
we've done this
Dave.
before shit, man. I'm like, it's not just here's a free pylon. Let's just start
How is Uncle Dave? Is he going to Chiang Mai with you? Is he
going.
on his way? Huh?
Yeah, I've not caught up with Dave for. I last seen him probably in March this year, in Vietnam, and yeah, that was the last time I saw him. So I've not caught up. I said to him the other day, I was messaging him the other day, and I'm like, "It'll be good. Are you going to Chiang Mai?" He's like, "Yep." And I'm like, "Be good to catch you." I've not seen him for a while. He's a character and a half.
Yeah.
Have you met him?
I've not met him
Oh,
in person, no.
he's worse in person than he is on the group chats and shit like that. But nah, he's a lovely guy, a great guy. I've got a lot of time for Dave, and had
Yeah.
a fair few good laughs with him as well. So looking looking forward to seeing
Uh,
what the next installment is, and I think Christian um, from the mastermind as well. He's coming. So I don't know if you could pick uh, a worst two guys to go to fucking Chiang Mai with. Fucking hell.
What man, if Christian, you almost have to be sure you put like a air tag on Christian or something just to be sure you can go find him. If he's going out with Dave, you're like, listen, we
Oh,
better have a way that we can find you, locate you, just in case.
if anyone ever wanted like a good content idea, see if you just went out and filmed those two fuckers in Chiang Mai. It would be fucking comedy gold. The trouble or the mess they get themselves into. Uh,
Oh my goodness.
but
Yeah,
yeah, it will be fun.
good stuff.
But um,
What so when are you leaving for that, by the way? Are we doing this show next Monday or are you gonna be traveling? What's the story?
um, let me think. Let me just check the time in Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai time right now. Um,
It's probably
1 a.m. So I could do it at midnight. I will be able to do it, yeah. It'll be midnight for me in Chiang Mai, but I don't drink or anything. So by that time, I'll just be chilling in the hotel room. So I'm happy to do it. Just for continuity reasons. So
all right.
yeah,
All right.
um,
So when do you fly to Chiang Mai?
uh, Saturday, and I get there on Sunday. It's a fucking
Okay.
3 flights, 20-hour fucking stint.
Yeah.
But once I'm there, it's good. But
Oh, you won't even be switched over anyway. So when you say midnight Chiang Mai time,
oh, dude,
uh,
that's I'll
you'll be like you'll still be very close to Scotland time.
yeah.
So
I never what happens when you go to Chiang Mai is you get there, you're jet lagged to fuck, and then like the day before you're due to leave, you all of a sudden start acclimatizing, and then you've got the whole fucking rigmarole going back.
I
Um,
know.
you're like, what was the fucking point? What was the fucking point in trying to, acclimatize? So, but yeah, I'm not fucking arsed, mate. I'll just sleep when I need to sleep and get up when I get up, and that's it.
And there it is. Oh,
Oh, what the fuck? But yeah, so I don't know why that just switched out there, but
I don't know what you did to me. I thought, oh, I'm stranded here on the. All right.
but
All right. Well, that'll be good. We'll catch you up in Chiang Mai.
yeah, and I'll maybe have some gossip for you by that time as well.
There
So
you go. Yeah.
good
There you
stories. So make sure you join us. But before we go, guys, please check out Randy, the news guy. His link is below. Um, and yeah, we'll catch you same time next week.
All right, brother. Have a good trip.